Hey, all right, welcome back to Raff's Brain, a show about things that are interesting to me. I'm your host, Rob Rafferty. This is Fitness at 50 with Zach Lawson. Zachariah Lawson is the full name. You better get to know it. This dude has taken the scene by storm. He's coming to us from his Lambo down in South Beach. I
There
don't
are
know
like
if you,
20 of those in this garage, but I'm not in one of them.
okay. I
Yeah.
can't tell. It looks like an impressive and a very clean interior of your vehicle there, Zach. I like that.
Definitely clean. Maybe not so much impressive, but definitely clean. So,
Well, you look great. I'm glad you're doing well. Thank you for making time
of
for my
course.
weekly check-in. We're a little behind schedule. Folks who know that I try to maintain a weekly 10 to 15 minute touch base with Zach, who is my, aside from being my blood relative and the greatest of my, grand cousins, I guess. I don't know if I should, if you achieve that status, don't tell the other two. I don't want to get them upset.
I'll keep it to myself.
But you might be in that status at this point, at least until they do something great for me. But anyway, Zach is a personal trainer down in South Beach, and he's dominating. And it's been about 6 or 7 weeks now that we've been on this journey. He's
Yeah.
supporting me through nutrition, fitness, accountability, particularly on that last leg of the stool.
hmm
It's been a couple of, it's like, I don't want to say plateau weeks. I think I'm doing good this morning. You'll get my daily report.
hmm
I'm about 116 and a half or so.
Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, it's been a little
That's
slower this
awesome.
past few weeks, but it started off pretty strong. I think I started at like 228 or something. So I'm already
Yeah.
down a pretty good amount, like,
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a huge amount of progress. I mean, considering it's only been, like you said, 6 to 7 weeks, and
yeah,
there have been, speed bumps. It's not roadblocks, it's just speed bumps. And
yeah.
so you get through those and then you keep pushing. But yeah, you made a lot of progress in a short amount of time. So imagine 6 months or 12 months of this steady pace where like I don't do you feel like you're super like uncomfortable or like exhausted to like, the point where you're falling over or something, or does he feel like you pretty
I'm
good
doing
energy?
I'm doing okay on the energy. If I do suffer from energy, it's my own doing. It's not the workout.
Mm,
It's probably I have lots of things I'm working on, work,
mm.
personal, fitness. The 10,000 steps, dude, I've been crushing in the sense that I have not missed it.
That's awesome.
Even in Los Angeles, where I was this past weekend,
Mm,
I made a real effort to get them in. I went to the gym there, and I was quoted some weights in
yeah.
the hotel gym, which was cool. I actually felt more comfortable. Folks, let me tell you, you should look Zach up on Instagram. Maybe I'll drop your link in the chat box. I mean, you have tens
Yeah.
of listeners here. It's not like we have a huge audience, but you have resources on your Instagram where you show people how to use the machines and flex and stretch bands and things. So
Yeah.
what I think intimidated me and historically is I might go to a gym at a hotel to do a treadmill, which is okay. That's like going on a walk or a jog outside. You don't really need that. But if you have a weight room, which I did all the weights and everything, just having some awareness of what type of exercises to do is a real breakthrough for me. Because I mean,
hmm
you've taught me the different moves and ab work and everything else. So I
Yeah.
integrate that and I stick with it. And now it's funny. I'm still not quite there, but it is slowly becoming a part of my identity, you know?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So at first, I remember you said something along the lines of one of the first times we talked. You said something along the lines of like, "I'm sure I'll mess up at some point." And I was like, why do you think that? It's interesting because now here you are like 6 or 7 weeks later, and like you said, you haven't missed a day yet of your steps. So it's like, so even if when's the mess up? Because it's like, you sure the accountability partner helps, but like it also is accountability with yourself, which you've clearly maintained, and then you see steady progress, and that's what keeps you going. It's like, okay, it wasn't like impossible. Like maybe it seemed at some point where it's like, oh, it's too far gone to change. And you have like a turnaround point.
The I have to be prepared for at some point, although I've contemplated this, it's like a fun philosophical exercise.
hmm
Hypothetically,
hmm
not realistic, but hypothetically, I could probably walk 10,000 steps every day for the rest of my life if I commit to it.
Yeah.
And the longer you do it, the more you don't want to break the chain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But also the more like feasible it becomes. So it's kind of like when you say 10K steps now, it's not like
It's
a
not, yeah.
crazy number anymore,
Right.
right? You're like, yeah, no, I've done that many times over. It's
What
standard.
there's like one or two times where if I've not been moving around a lot at work. So I think I get a couple thousand just walking around for my job. I got a big office building. I'm going back and forth. If I go to eat lunch, whatever, just things I gotta do. Certainly if I do yoga in the morning, that kind of counts a little, but not much. I mean, I don't get many steps in doing yoga class, but as you shouldn't.
Yeah.
What it requires is I have a bit of a sort of different laps that I'll do around my neighborhood or on my treadmill in the basement. I'll say this. I had a recent experience with bad weather, so I've got to reacquaint myself with my treadmill. I can get it done on the treadmill, but
Yeah.
I think I just like going outside when I can,
Yeah.
so it's
Of
maybe
course.
a little more.
Gets harder in the wintertime, like where you're
That's so I'm ready for that. I'm bracing for that. I'm bracing for at some point I'll miss it. That's okay. I just gotta be okay with it. Like historically, if I miss something, that can catapult me into a spiral of, well, I guess this whole thing was a waste of time. It doesn't make
at.
any sense. It's not logical. It's
Yeah,
just it's a mental spiral and like sometimes
definitely.
a tendency to look at the worst things versus dude. And actually I've gotten good at this. Like you said, it's okay. Food's not going to be perfect all the time.
Yeah.
One meal's not going to make you obese.
Yeah.
It's not one, but you
Hmm.
got to have good consistent behaviors, a couple like a cheat day a week, which has been great for me. And then yeah, I don't know, man. I feel I still am in a good mindset. I'm seeing the progress.
And that's also why we look at like the averages. So like I tell
Yeah,
you like look at like the weekly average of steps instead of just the day to day, because then if you have a day where you do 7K steps, but you have another day that week that you did 13, then it balances out. So if you look at the weekly average steps and they're 10K plus, that's perfect. Because there's always, you can't have a perfect day every single day, but
great. That's great, dude. You just gave me an out. If I just
yeah,
if I,
you're like, great, I'm not gonna hit my steps today. Thanks.
but you're right though. You have to hit them the next day. And I was out, dude, in Los Angeles. I was walking so much. It was like 15, 18,000 steps a day. I was like, I'm crushing out here. I
Yeah.
don't think I gained weight. I didn't. My diet was mediocre. It wasn't, but it wasn't terrible either. Like
Yeah.
I stuck to the guns on what's been kind of transformative is just don't eat until lunch. I don't eat
Yeah.
breakfast. I have coffee and I don't need it. I don't feel tired. I don't feel hungry.
Yeah.
So
Intermittent fasting is really useful. And I'll
yeah, I
say
think
too
it's
that like after tracking your food for a certain amount of time, and I did this for a really long time. I mean, I still scale my food now, and I just do it just because honestly, I think it's some sort of OCD. I don't think it's because so much health at this point. But I scale everything, and at a certain point, you're going to be able to just like know off the top of your head because you track your numbers every day. Eventually, you're going to get to the point where you're like, oh, I had this, and this. I remember this. These were at
great.
my chicken Caesar salad was usually around 600 calories, and my banana was 100 calories, and so on and so forth. You'll be
Right.
able to kind of do the math in your head and know if you're in a deficit or a surplus without even having to type it in.
That's awesome. I'm not there, but I will be because I'm starting to see it.
Exactly. Yeah.
How about you? I want to flip this a little bit because I think it might be boring just me to always tell people I'm doing so great. How's the personal training life down there? You doing okay? Everything's cool?
Yeah, I'm super busy actually. So, which is awesome. I love it. Like even right now, I'm here still at work because I still have a couple more sessions left today. I think I'm doing anywhere between like 30 and 40 a week right now,
That's
which
amazing. Is that like an hour of time each
hour
time?
time slot per session. Yeah.
And is it the same person or 30 different people?
Definitely, definitely different people.
Okay.
Nobody's putting in 40 hours of work in the gym. That would be terrible. I'd be
No,
torturing them.
but I mean, like someone might be there 3 days a week, and I don't know. Do you just use
Yeah,
them?
so that's usually what
Oh,
happens. So usually
okay,
somebody will train with me either Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday. And then
gotcha.
that way I can fill up the time spots where it's like consistently I usually have like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, usually like all blocked out. And then usually have a few people in the afternoon as well.
I haven't trained with you specifically. You're just giving me accountability and good tips
Uh-huh.
and advice. How I know it's different than, at some point I'll have to come down there and just like get an hour workout. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
But I know this is like insider secrets of a
Yeah.
personal
No,
trainer.
go ahead.
You probably see some variance across these people you work with in terms of
Definitely.
your perception of, okay, this person I can tell is really committed. This person's kind of not giving me their all, but you don't want to come down too hard. How do you handle those motivational versus like you're a positive, optimistic guy. I think you're mostly always going to be trying to look on the bright side. Is anyone ever there like you just want to smack them down?
Well, no, I usually lean into encouragement because I know that that's what would work for me. And when I sucked at sports and was cut from every sports team. Like I was cut from the basketball team 4 years in a row.
Yeah.
Played one play in all of my football career, the one year I played, and was in band. So like I was never really an athlete. I also never did well with like the even constructive criticism, but criticism in general, which is most of like athletics.
Right.
So I don't like anybody yelling at me or especially not talking down to somebody. So for myself too, I always try to just lean into like the encouragement side of things.
Yeah.
And for a majority of people, that's going to be like what works best. I just don't think that most people respond well to like the negative or like barking orders type of training. Whereas most people are like already kind of unsure, like can they do this or can they follow through with this, so on and so forth. So it's better to lean into like that. You can and you will, and like we're doing this, and that usually keeps it like going better. Um,
I like that attitude. I have a different mindset where, not different. I think I agree with you. I think it'd be fun as an experiment to have a character that you play as
yeah.
the mean guy. Like, would someone pay? I thought about this the other day. Like,
Uh-huh.
would I pay someone just to berate me and belittle me and like,
There's a lot of that too. Look at all these like life coaches that are out there now, or it'll be like, they sign up for like a men's mindset retreat or
Mhm,
whatever,
mhm.
and it's just like basically like Navy SEAL training.
Right.
Just torturing them. They're putting them like, 500 calories a day and going through like, crazy intense training and trying to, whatever. I don't see that as being as effective as like, trying to get somebody like what I usually try to do is give somebody a good experience in the gym. So a lot of times people don't like the gym because they never had good experience with the gym.
Yeah.
If you had a good experience with it, you look forward to doing it again. So try to do that every time. And then I also will say that even when I'm being nice about it, but I'm also very direct and I'll be very blunt. So if somebody tells me like, I don't think this training is working, I'm not seeing any changes, and I'm like, well, what are your steps at and what are your calories at?
Right.
A lot of times people will say, well, I don't have the time or I don't want to track it. Like,
Yeah.
well, then you're not going to know. And they'll be like, well, I kind of know. I'm like, no, you don't. And
Right.
then if they think that they're like not making progress and it's because they only come once a week or every 2 weeks or they skip workouts or whatever, I'll be honest about that too and be like, you're not going to make progress if you're just consistent once a week. That's not even really what consistency means. It's every day.
Yeah. It's really it's a habit of doing it even when you don't want. And that is I've kind of gotten to that. Like,
Yeah.
it's tough, but it's like there's no alternative. What's the alternative? You know what the alternative is. It's being a sloth, fat, waste of space. So like,
Hmm.
don't pursue that. If you don't change, nothing will change. Change
Yeah.
requires change. So anyway, I'm over those humps. Almost 50 years old, so it's about time. I think this is going to work out long term.
Definitely.
We'll keep doing this weekly the rest of the year and see where we are like at the start of January. And if I'm on the trend and I have the good like process, then you can call me a success story.
You already are.
I'm
And just here is the other thing. You kind of touched on it just now, but you said habits. All we've done is just build good habits. In the past, you just had bad habits. It's
right.
just habits.
Yeah,
And naturally, if you do something every day, whether you like it or not, good or bad, whatever, it's likely to continue. So, like, you're past the point. It's usually 2 or 3 weeks it takes to build a habit. And so you're well past that point where these are habits that you would actually almost kind of have to try or be intentional about breaking them, right?
yeah,
Because you
yeah,
just know in the back of your head, you like lay down at night, and you're like, I do have those 2,000 more steps I could hit, and it wouldn't take that long. You're like, I might as well just do it.
yeah. And it feels good when you do. Also, the thing is like the sense of accomplishment. There's a small reward. It's never worth it in a sense, but it is nice to wake up
Yeah.
the next day. Two things. I'll leave, but it's like hitting the steps when it's a little bit of extra effort at the very end of the day. It's only going to take 15 minutes, man. Just go out there, walk around, do what you do it. You know it's worth it in the long run. It's just like a very nice thing to achieve that
Hmm.
follow through even when it's not easy. And by the way, it's not even like it's a huge inconvenience. It's just, laziness that you're overcoming. But the other thing is when I don't eat late at night, that's been harder to grasp because I'm used to historically
Hmm.
grazing and eating just junk food. I'm watching TV at 10 at 11 o'clock as I doze off. I'm very cautious now about everything I consume. And I'm like, you do not need to eat. at this right now. Like you feel hungry, that's not real. That's habitual. It's not real
Yeah.
hunger. Go to bed. And when I wake up and I didn't eat the night before, I didn't cheat and have a snack or something, I feel like I don't know, just excited that I made a good decision. I know that I made the right. It's like that was great. I'm glad. Kind of commend to myself. It's like almost psychological game, you know? It's weird.
100%. And it's the same thing as like, you know me, I used to be party boy at the beach house, getting G-Dad pissed off at me. And it's one of those things where you get kind of tired of like waking up and feeling worse the next morning. And you know that like that morning starts the night before,
Right.
whatever habits you had the night before. So those will stack up. Those wins will stack up. Keep pushing,
Uh,
man.
well, thanks for making time. Good luck the rest of your sessions today. Um, this weekend I'm working all weekend locally, but I'm at a hotel, so I might actually that's a call. I'll try the hotel gym again.
Are you still in LA?
No, I am
Okay,
back
you're
in
back.
DC, but this perpetual work, which is good. It's keeping me busy and excited and I'm motivated. But anyway, I don't know when we'll check in again. Sunday, maybe we'll see. But
Let
we'll
me know.
figure it out. We'll figure it
We're
out. Bottom
flexible.
line is that the show continues. Fitness at 50, Riffin with Raff's brain, Zach Lawson. Do you like Zach or Zachariah? Do you have a preference? Do
I
you?
don't have a preference. Zach is easier, so that's usually what I tell people, but Zachariah is fine
And
too.
then this is one last question, and I think I know the answer, but I honestly don't. Zach, I think you spell with an H, but some people do it with a K, and
Yeah,
I think you're more of an H guy, but I
I'm
could
an
be wrong.
H.
Yeah.
Definitely H.
Okay. You have an opinion about that.
I definitely have an opinion about it.
Have
I
you, have
can't
you,
say it.
have you ever met any Zachs with a K? Just been like, dude, what are you thinking?
Definitely. 100%. Like, nah, Zach with an H.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zach with an H in the house. Thanks so much, cuz it's good to see you, and we'll see you next time, everybody,
All right. I
on
appreciate you.
Riffin with Raff.